Hello everyone, Iamcasualty, and we got the patch notes for Season 1 Reloaded. There is some stuff I'm going to skip in this because it's minor things that are going to help, but it's going to save some runtime in this video, so I'm not wasting too much of your time. That being said, I will link the patch notes below for those of you that like to see the whole entire thing, or follow along with me as I go over these. So without further ado, we got a lot to get through. I'm going to get right into it. First of all, we have some mode adjustments. It says this might as well be UI. The experience tokens menu has been changed to display how much time is left on your experience tokens on the lobby screen. Experience tokens cannot be equipped in the pause menu while in game. Experience tokens can no longer be accidentally activated during double experience events. Players who join a game in progress will no longer get a loss if their team loses the match. And some other quality of life stuff that's going to help out a lot for players. Here we're going to jump right into weapons changes. They have added the new Chimera, which you can unlock either from DMZ or from a weapon challenge where you get 2 kills and 15 separate matches. From what I've seen online, what people are doing is they're getting 2 kills and then leaving the match, going to the next one, getting 2 kills, leaving the match, and it keeps your progress, unfortunately. So people aren't staying in matches, they're just doing this until they get their items. The DMZ unlock criteria is not currently available because the way to get it is by extracting it from the new Building 21 location, but the Building 21 location is not currently available yet, as of right now. Okay, so here we have general weapon adjustments. The Akimbo P890, X12, Basilisk, and the Deagle have received a damage reduction against armored opponents. For assault rifles, the 74U had a small reduction to close range damage. 3 hits to kill requires at least 1 chest hit now. The M13B, now you cannot put a underbarrel launcher or shotgun on the 7-inch Bruin BM20 barrel. The Castell 545 got a buff with increased muzzle velocity, small decreased hip spread, increased close range damage, and increased chest damage multiplier. For submachine guns, the MX9 got increased movement speed, aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed on the 32 round magazine. For the Vel 46 or the MP7, it got reduced hip spread, increased movement speed, and increased far damage. Now, I don't know if they mean far damage range or just straight up the damage of the weapon at farther ranges. For handguns, the Basilisk, blocking Basilisk compensators and flash hiders on the F-Tech arrow barrel, but they added muzzle attachment usage on the F-Tech arrow barrel, the Lockshot KT85, the SA Leveler 55, and the Cronin Dark KX30. For the Deagle, they reduced the hip spread, increased the 1-hit headshot range, increased the damage range, increased the neck and upper shoulders location damage multipliers, increased bullet velocity, increased damage range on the SA Longshot 50 and the SA Tyrant 50 barrel. For shotguns, shotguns can no longer kill fully armored players in one shot. For the Expedite 12, they added a guard category, the TVCF 40 guard, the AZ 40 shot guard, and the Azarov T15 guard. For melee, the Riot Shield actually got nerfs. The Riot Shield has been a point of frustration for some players, myself included, for a particular reason which we'll actually get into because it got nerfed. It got reduced movement speed and reduced their melee damage to a 3-hit kill instead of a 2-hit kill, shield movement animation improvements, and a longer switch time pulling out a throwing knife when the Riot Shield is equipped. That last one is the one that was the point of contention for me because there was no vulnerability when you pull out a throwing knife and just throw it instantly. It's very quick and you were not exposed for long enough to be shot when trying to throw a throwing knife. It's very quick to throw it. For launchers, the JOKR, missiles no longer land out of bounds when targeting a wall at the edge of the map, and improved the thermal readability when aiming in. We're done with the weapons category, so we're moving into the other, and this is going to help with visibility. Friendly player visibility. Friendly player nameplates disappear when the enemy is in the direct path of an ally to prevent mistaking enemies for allies. They say in Tier 1 mode, this change only applies to allies behind geography. Allies within line of sight will always show nameplates to prevent friendly fire. For field upgrades, the portable radars can now stick to vehicles. For tuning, most beneficial tuning value magnitudes have been increased, and harmful magnitude values have been decreased. Meaning that the good stuff is better, and the bad stuff isn't as bad for you. For the optics, for thermal optics, increase the range of all optics thermal target identification range, and enemies' heat signature fades when they are killed. For the Drexen Prime 90 scope, they improve the quality of the thermal image for improved target acquisition, including the Victus XMR blueprint from the Battle Pass, which I'm pretty sure is named the Basilius. The X10 Angel 40 got a fix to make sure its range runner fits in the lens on the Deagle. For the SZ Holotherm and the Thermal Optic X9, they got increased contrast on optic thermal rendering for improved target position, and the SZ Holotherm added a thermal toggle feature. For audio, fixed Dolby Atmos data issue where some sounds are not panning to ceiling speakers, and audio occlusion remains disabled in multiplayer as we investigate continuity issues impacting some players. This is a thing for me, where sometimes I will not hear anybody running up behind me at all, even without dead silence. I will not be going over the Battle Royale and Warzone adjustments. I will be focusing on the DMZ stuff because that's what I know most of you are here on my channel for. However, if you would like to see those notes, again, they are going to be in the description. For DMZ Adjustments, cash values, general changes to valuable items and changes to cash rewards for contracts. Container spawn rates, increased self-revives, gas masks and field upgrades and first aid kits, increased plate carriers, backpacks and field upgrades and weapon stashes, decreased electronic components and computer towers, decreased toothpaste and medical cabinets, and decreased the number of items found in black markets. They added a new feature called Plea for Help. Eliminate players not able to request help from enemy players, resulting in them joining the enemy squad as a new member. Experience tokens can now be activated in the main lobby menu. You also get random perks. Successfully extracting multiple times in a row will provide players with random perks for next infill. This is an option where if you complete a contract and then exfil, next time you come in you will have a random perk given to you, and that goes up to 10 times. So in an infill, you can have up to 10 perks active on you. In my personal opinion, I enjoyed the DMZ without perks. I didn't think perks needed to be in here. It kind of leveled the playing field, meaning that all tactical equipment, items, scopes, and all that stuff work all the time. There's no cold-blooded to avoid stuff. There's no flat jacket or tactical mask to avoid any of that. I think it rewards you for getting out of the match. However, I also think it punishes people that haven't extracted, because having a 3 armor plate carrier when you exfil and come back in is a huge boon because you can't be one-shot by snipers anymore. Now you also get perks when you come back into the raid. So I think this is just going to add on to that player thing where if you're exfilling, you're going to have just a massive advantage over players that haven't extracted in a while. And I see this as a problem for squads because squads are going to be able to extract more often than a solo player will, meaning that squads are going to be even more powerful versus a solo player. But we'll see how it sinks in. Anyway, moving on. It seems like they fixed medium and large backpacks will now actually allow you to use your third slot for a weapon. And apparently they adjust a lot of the faction missions to make them work more effectively and for better clarity. For equipment, the bomb drone, players with 3 armor plates on the outer radius of an explosion will survive but receive critical damage. The default loadouts for perk packages have been updated and adjusted. For quality life stuff, for out of bounds, time allowed outside the playable area has been increased to 10 seconds. Player revive alert, assign a player to alert nearby players when a player has been revived. Ammunition, when players drop a weapon, the respective ammunition will also drop to the ground. Moving forward, this ammunition will be automatically looted should other players with a partial stack of the same ammunition type walk over it. Ground loot, we made improvements to the ground loot priority so interacting with desired items is easier. At buy stations, items purchased via buy stations will spawn spread out rather than stacked for easier interaction. Gulag elimination alert, assign a play to notify the squad when a member in the Gulag has eliminated an opponent or has been eliminated. They say that the combat record, all are previously announced, they will not be launching with Season 1 Reloaded due to concerns about the accuracy of the data population. However, they're going to continue to work on it. Basically, it's not coming right now, and we don't know when it will be coming, so. There's also a massive list of bug fixes. I'm not going to be going over them, but you can read them below. Just know that there's a lot of exploits and bugs fixed in this. There is one change for the DMZ bug fixes that I will mention. They fixed an issue that caused some blueprints to not be usable in the DMZ. They also fixed an issue with the reinforcement helicopters not counting for a faction mission, which is called no rushing. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of the patch down below, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed and want to see more DMZ and Call of Duty content, and have a wonderful day.